Okay, here are some plants I'm going to plant today. We bought these at Walmart, and this is a salvia. It's a red one. I've got some blue salvia out there that this should go good with. And this here is a delphinium. It likes full sun. Salvia likes full sun. And when they say full sun, they mean a minimum of 6 to 8 hours. And this is a tall garden phlox. It also likes full sun. This is a foxglove. It likes partial shade. They say morning sun is best, but no direct afternoon sun. So I think for the partial shade, I'm going to put it right in there. This is a nice semi-shady flower bed. The first one I'm going to do is this petunia here. It's a nice little flower. And I'm going to put it here in this front flower bed, someplace where it can be seen without getting hid. And many of these plants in here are seasonal, meaning that these poppies, they will go dormant in July, and even before that, I guess, maybe. And then the seeds that they drop will bloom in late July or August. The seeds will germinate in late summer, and then they'll live over winter, and then in winter they'll start growing again. So all these plants you see here are from seeds that were dropped last year. So that's why it's called a hardy annual, and this is a very good example of a hardy annual, meaning that it drops seeds in the year, and those seeds live through the winter. In this case, there's little seedlings that come up in late summer. But anyway, then the flower bed gets looking really empty when they're all gone. So that's why I put these hardy geraniums in there, because they'll bloom all summer long. These are loose strife right here, and they get looking, they have really pretty yellow blooms, but they get to looking really raggedy later in the summer, and so a lot of times I'll just cut them down. And these are Oriental hybrid lilies, and they look really nice, but when they're done blooming, they're not that great. But this area here, it's not sunny right now, but I think it's one of the most sunniest places. So I put all this sedum in here, and I think I'm going to put this petunia here. And right, I don't be digging a nice hole and throwing the dirt aside or into another container. So what I'm going to try is we'll see how this works. And so I just pushed my shovel straight in, and then pushed it forward, and that's as opposed to digging a hole. And then pinch the sides of this pot and hold the pot with your hand so it doesn't fall on the ground. And after you pinch the sides, it'll get loose. And then just put it in the hole here. Take the shovel out. I've got a bag of, I'll definitely have to, somebody sold seashells by the seashore. I have to get, I could, if I needed to, put some potting soil around it, but I don't think I'm going to have to. There. But I'll definitely have to water this because this ground is so dry. And so that's the first one that we've got to plant today. the foxglove second. And have a nice bare place right here. So I'm just going to dig a hole. There's a nice big pot, so it'd be hard to do the other way. Let's do it right here. This here is ground cover, which I can't think of the name of right now. It's got really nice purple flowers, and it blooms in the fall. So it's one of those rare plants that blooms in the fall with little blue flowers. And it's a nice ground cover that's spread all over this whole flower bed. And there's also a close relative that's a shrub, but that's just a low-growing ground cover. I'll put the name on the screen here when I make this video. I think getting old, you always forget that stuff. All those little things that you actually know. There's a nice worm, so that soil ain't too bad right there. There's a lot of organic material, but that's so dry. I don't really dig in this flower bed that much. That might be why it's so dry. It's not yet deep enough. I'm going to turn it on its side, squeeze the sides, because it's been growing in this pot for a while. Just squeeze the sides, and then put your hand underneath of it so it don't fall on the ground, and pull up. And then when you put it in the hole, put it at ground level. So don't set it on the bottom, because I did get a little bit too deep. There. It's just about ground level. Then just push the dirt back in. There's a lot of daffodils in this flower bed, and mystery lilies. And here's some more hardy geraniums over there. There's one getting ready to bloom right there. Plumbago. There, that's the name of it, plumbago. Doesn't come to you when you're trying to think of it, only when you're doing other things. There's another one down. And when I get done, I'll water these things all at the same time. Well, these other three all need full sun, which this flower bed here is probably pretty good for full sun. Just go with the salvia first. This here is, I believe, another variety of salvia, or else I think it is. There is a blue salvia. I guess I have to be not sure. So I also have Russian sage. So I guess sage is salvia. If you look at the leaves, they are pretty much alike. But I was just thinking the blue would look good together. So you can see it's growing clear out here. We'll dig up this area that we don't need. Okay, I just dug that dogwood right out of here. I've been trimming it back every year so it don't get very big. So it took a lot to dig it out. So just push on the sides and hold on to it so it don't fall on the ground, and pull up. And just get it at ground level. Okay, push the dirt back in around it. You should like all this organic material. All the plants I know of like a lot of organic material. There. Okay. I think I got just the place to put this delphinium here. Right there. This gets a lot of sun, mostly towards the afternoon, but I think it'll like it there. So I'm gonna put it there. Have to get rid of the stepping stone first. Rocks. squeeze the sides. Put it in there at ground level. Push the dirt back in. Okay, there's the delphinium. Okay, here goes. There are tons of tulips in this flower bed, and I'm really surprised that we haven't ran into any. My dirt's really hard. Oh, I see why it's all root bound in there. You get one that's root bound like this, you can just take and tear the roots off. That just means it's been growing in this pot for a long time. Yeah, you can see how root bound it is. Okay. So the next thing to do is go around and water them all, which I'll do that here in a little bit. But thanks for watching on how to plant all these potted plants from Walmart. And if you can, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And I'll talk to you next time. So thanks a lot. I'm going to go out and start watering all these plants. Bye.